Hi everyone, I am back with my friend and co-host, Sailor Dennis. It is December of 2023, and this is going to be our last video together of the year. So, today we're going to be talking about the Newsom DeSantis debate from last Wednesday. So, here's our discussion about that. Here we go. Question number one. Why are so many people leaving California for other states?
High taxes, high crime, homelessness is completely out of control. The people are running across the border, not just from Central America and South America, but from countries all on different continents all around the world. It's not safe to live in California anymore. It's not clean to live there. They're going towards all electric vehicles, and they're going to start doing away with gasoline engines, and it's crazy. California has always been a hotbed of liberalism. It's always been a place where cancer originated, and then the cancer slowly spreads its way across America until it hits the East Coast.
That's a good answer so far for that. And crime and homelessness will also be further questions down the line. So it's great how you brought those parts of it up in the first question. Question number two. Why is state identification, like IDs, why is state identification not needed for every state election in all the states, but is needed for everything else in life?
Because the liberals, aka the Democrat Party, does not want voter ID because voter ID makes it harder to cheat. If you want to cheat, you don't have any ID. It's very simple.
That's very true, very true. Question number three. Let's have Ginger answer her thoughts about abortion for 2024. It's a huge, huge issue for women. Men should also be responsible when it comes to sex. But real quick, in about 2 or 3 seconds, what are your thoughts about this whole abortion thing?
Abortion has always been legitimate in the case of the mother dying, or in the case of the baby being so disformed and so dysfunctional that it would be a crime to continue on with the pregnancy. So abortion is it's always been a necessary thing, but now, thanks to Margaret Sanger, the originator of this Planned Parenthood and all this, they want to wipe out certain races of people. They want to wipe out certain mentalities of people, and they just want to.
During the debate, they were discussing possible different weeks of it all, the whole week's matter of it all.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Question 4: Is Newsom factual or false when he said that neither one of them, neither Newsom nor DeSantis would become the nominee? I thought that could be a possible lie. Anybody could potentially become the nominee. But what do you think?
Newsom is a liar. Newsom has been planning all along to step in, to pull the rug out from under Joe Biden. Stumbling, bumbling Joe. Joe's stumbling and bumbling anyway. You don't need to pull the rug.
So
he falls down on his own. So Newsom is already planning on being in there, and he's in it to win it. Newsom is an egotistical, right, stupid liberal.
Right. So during that one part when he said that neither him nor DeSantis would become nominee, that was a lie straight to the camera's face.
Well, it's one of many lies that Newsom tells.
Many, many lies, right. Absolutely. Question 5. What are your thoughts on Bidenomics?
Bidenomics, what a joke. Just laugh at that. If you want to be poor, if you want to be destitute, if you want to be criminalized, if you want to be raped, robbed, pillaged, blundered, there you go. Riding around in your electric car. Pay $60,000 for a $10,000 car, and you can't go very far. What a bunch of nonsense. Drill, baby, drill. Frack, baby, frack. Engines in all cars, period.
All right, very good, very nice. So question 6 goes back to question 1 again. Quick little thoughts about the homelessness inside of California.
Oh, they have the climate for it, and especially from the mid California to the Southern California, and it's They're automatic voters. They're
Yeah.
automatic Democrat voters for the party. California has always been a liberal, nonsensical, unbelievably stupid state. It's a cancer. California is a cancer on America. If we could just section California off, at least the lower section, and give it back to Mexico, we'd be in better shape.
How do you think Governor Schwarzenegger did when Schwarzenegger was the governor of that state?
I didn't pay any attention at all to politics
that's
back
fine.
then.
Oh, that's
so
fine. That's fine.
I
Okay.
have no opinion.
Okay, that's fine for that one. Question 7. The C-19 beer bug, or the Chinese flu, whatever you want to call it. The C9, I like to call it the C-19 beer bug. The C-19 beer bug differences between both governors, between both states, specifically when it comes to education in schools.
Well, that's an easy one. Very, very easy. California was locked down. Florida remained open. It's
Absolutely, yeah.
and all the people who were wearing these phony masks that didn't do anything, who took a phony vaccine, who hurt and killed more people than the Chinese flu did, and then young kids, grammar school kids, even pre-grammar school, taking a vaccination that wasn't even a vaccination.
Right.
A vaccination is supposed to stop the disease. The people who took the so-called vaccination got the Chinese flu 1, 2, or 3 more times after that.
Absolutely.
It's
yes.
ridiculous.
Absolutely. Number 8. Question is immigration/border differences between both governors, both sides. Immigration/border, the difference.
No comparison again. You got a woke, wide-eyed, open-mouthed liberal out in California who says come one, come all, and then he'll start complaining and shipping the illegal aliens, not immigrants. Illegal aliens is the proper term for them. Shipping them out to different parts of the country to spread some more misery. No, a country is not a country without borders. God bless the golden warrior, President Trump. Let's build that border back up. Let's put the National Guard along that border, and let's kick ass and stop all this nonsense.
8, no, very nice, very, very nice. 8B, California is or is not a sanctuary state?
California, as I mentioned earlier, I wish California would just secede from the United States. Let's give it back to Mexico and see how the wokest like that.
Right.
See how they like that sort of life there in Mexico.
Right, nice. 8C, foreign nationals found at the southern border in 2022 and 2023 include Afghans, the 6,000 something, Egyptian 3,000, Iranians 659, Afghans 6,300, Egyptians 3,000 something, and Iranians 659. These were all listed by in the thing from Hannity about foreign nationals found at the southern border. So these people from all these other countries that don't like us, that just want to take our money, they're coming right from the southern border there now, right?
They're enemies.
Absolutely.
They're enemies. First of all, they're criminals. When you come across the border, you're not a migrant. You're an illegal alien. You're immediately a criminal. They come across here. They're on the dole. Guess who's paying the dole? Not the government. The government doesn't produce any goods nor services. It's us, the people. Right. Our taxes are paying for these illegal aliens.
Right.
Once they get here.
Also from Hannity, it also included Syrians, 500 something, Russians, 12,000 something, and the Chinese, 26,000. And now the Chinese both have farmlands inside the United States and are now also located inside of Cuba. So how Democrats are okay with this is beyond me. But yeah, that's everything about all those. Question 9, back to something from question 1. I'm sorry, no, not yet, but question 9 talks about Hamas and Israel, rather. Hamas, Israel, happened October 7th. The Democrats, or that governor and that other governor, the difference between Hamas, Israel, between the two parties there, between the two governors. Hamas, Israel, Democrats, and it's also, it affected also major cities and universities. Go.
Again, stupidity in action. Hamas, they don't have a what's the name of the people there who live in Hamas?
Gaza?
What's the name of the people who live in who are part of Hamas.
Oh, I'm not sure.
They're not Jewish people. It's the other ones.
The
Palestinians.
Palestinians.
There's no country called Palestine. So why are they? They went all these years. They never got a piece of land of their own. They never developed any place. So we have Palestinians, but we have no Palestine. So
what's with these university students? Why are they doing whatever they're doing in regards to all that? These university students, they're not bright. They're not smart.
No.
This is the opposite of all that.
They get dumber. They get dumber in college now. The Palestinians, they have no home. Nobody wants them. Egypt don't want them. None of the surrounding Arab countries want them because they have a track record that's not good.
Oh.
So we're gonna take them here. It's easy to distinguish the bad guy from the good guy. The Palestinians are raping, killing, and the Jewish people, and the Jewish people are trying to defend themselves and live their life. The Jewish people have a country, Israel.
Right, exactly.
The Palestinians have what they deserve, nothing.
Question 10 goes back from question 1. Thoughts on crime between both states, California and Florida. The quick thoughts on crime from both states.
Florida is well managed by a hard-charging, young, conservative governor.
Okay.
California, on the other hand, is like pie in the sky. You never get to taste it. It's just floating around somewhere. Open the borders. Let's have abortion. Teach abortions in schools. Let's have porn in schools.
Yes.
It's unbelievable.
10B. It was mentioned during their talk about this in the crime in Florida. Thoughts on the Parkland shooting and how families were affected by it. Thoughts on Parkland and Florida shooting. There was a shooting in Parkland in Florida that happened in recent history. Quick thoughts on that.
Penalties. I don't see any penalties being given out.
In regards to that.
Who's going to prison? Who's getting electrocuted? Who's going to prison for life? We have to bring back penalties, guaranteed penalties for what you do, and guaranteed rewards for the good things you do.
Absolutely. Well, okay. Question. We're almost done. Question 11. Thoughts on. You touched on this earlier with education a bit ago of other questions, but question 11, thoughts on parental rights in education.
Parents have the primary rights to their children. We teach our children our beliefs. Our character goes into our children. It's not the school's business to fool with that character. Their business is reading, writing, arithmetic. Leave the sex education, leave the morals, leave everything else alone. The school teachers union has the Democrat Party by the balls somehow, and all these this is ridiculous. All these things happen.
Absolutely, for sure.
Don't indoctrinate my kids. My kids are grown.
For sure.
You can't indoctrinate.
Or your grandkids.
Yeah. Don't indoctrinate my grandkids because I won't allow it.
Question 12. I think I know what you're going to say about for this one. Question 12. Your grade on President Biden. Your grade for him.
President Biden?
How would you grade President Biden?
F minus.
F minus.
F minus. He's a criminal.
And 12B, are his policies helping or hurting all the states, the United States?
I don't even know what one of his policies is. That's how bad his presidency is.
And now for the final question of 2023, final question of the debate discussion. Your favorite something that, by the way, the governor of California could not answer this. He decided not to answer the question after being asked by it. You're something you like about California and something you like about Florida.
California is the coastline and the weather.
The weather you like, but what about the coastline?
The coastline. I like the coastline in California.
The coastline part of it?
The coastline, the beaches, and the weather.
And the weather, good. And for Florida?
In Florida, I like the administration. I like the land. I like the people. I like the culture.
So basically,
I like the culture. I like the culture of Florida.
The culture and
the culture.
Else.
Listen, in Florida, you're penalized for what you do wrong, and you're celebrated for what you do right. In California, freaky deaky, everything goes. Everything goes. Secede from the states. We'll have Mexico come up and take over California, and that'll be the end of it.
So California's done for. It should be part of Mexico again. And California, everyone's moving to Florida and other states, Florida and Texas and things like that.
Right. And Gavin Newsom is trying to say that there's people moving to California.
Right.
I've never heard of one person moving to California.
And you're saying he really is trying to run in the background, like they said.
No, of course he is.
DeSantis said it as like a shadow thing of it.
When Biden is sleeping or down in Delaware on vacation like he is most of the time, you see Gavin Newsom showing up in Washington, D.C., carrying his jacket on his shoulder, strutting around. He's always smiling and nodding his head. I'd like to put, well, Gavin Newsom is not a criminal. Joe Biden is the criminal. Joe Biden should go to jail, I believe. And Gavin Newsom needs a good ass beating.
So we're going to find out in 2024 on both sides who ends up becoming everything with that in time, because they're not going to tell us right now. But this was a pleasure talking with you today on our last discussion talk of
this season.
Of this year, of 2023. Yes. Yeah, we hope to talk more about in the spring and April when things start to go even further. So.
And I have one thing signing off. Thank you, Benito Juarez. You're a heavy-hitting Hebrew. You're the man, the myth, and the legend. And you have the shirt to prove it. See you guys in 2024.